Welcome back. I've got a big canvas today. It's 50 centimeters by 50. I believe in inches it's 20 by 20. So quite a large pour. And when I usually do a straight pour and try to do a galaxy pour, I always get some blues and greens and golds and I thought, there's no rules. Why not try some pinks and purples to go with the blues, and I've got some silver, so I'm gonna give it a go. We'll see what it looks like at the end. So my colours, I'll put you the list at the end of the video, but I've got some titanium white, I have some silver, magenta, some light purple. I mix some two blues to have that blue, and I've got some light pink. So if you want to see the consistency, I mixed about 2 parts Pura Medium, 1 part paint, so it's nice and thick. I'm still not sure it's actually thick enough, but I wanted to try to do a slightly thinner mix to see the difference. So I'm just going to start layering my cup, and I've got leftover paint to do a flow enhancer around, so I've got plenty of that. So that's why I've not prepped the canvas as such. I've not covered it with white paint. I've got plenty of paint there if I need it. So let's start layering. So all my paints are Mont Marte today, apart from the silver. The silver is DecoArt Extreme Sheen. I've not put any silicone, it's just my standard pouring medium. Oh, I didn't want to do that. It's just my standard pouring medium glue water. So let me just want that because I don't want to be a blob in the middle. Okay, so let's have a look. Some light pink. So at the start of your cup, just put very small quantities because you want it to be a bit more defined towards the center. If you can manage to keep your center in the center, but gradually add more and more paint. But to start with, the first 10-15 layers, maybe something like that, just put a tiny bit, so you think, what's the point? But you will notice a difference once you pour. So just a little bit at a time to start with, and when you're about quarter up, third up the cup, you can start to go for it in thicker layers. Let's try a bit more pink. Right, I'm just going to try to go a bit faster for you, otherwise it's going to take ages. Usually the layering of the cup takes much longer than the actual pour and stretching, but that's how you prep everything and make sure that things end up kind of how you want them to look at the end. Obviously you can never plan for these things, but it's just from experience. You just need to keep trying, doing small pours, work with your ratios, see what it looks like, work out on the consistency of your paint, see what works for you, what pouring medium. There's so many out there. I've tried Liquitex, I didn't like it. I've got some Pebeo actually I need to try. I've not tried it yet. I've tried Australian Floetrol, which was great. I've tried American Floetrol, which was like, yeah, okay, nothing special. And I keep going back to my craft glue and water mix, but that's what suits the brands of paints that I buy. So I'm quite partial to Mont Marte. I do have some Amsterdams as well. I like my Dalla. I've got some Arteza, but okay, don't shoot me, but I really don't know what Old Fuss is. Maybe I just don't have the right pouring medium to it, but nothing special. So see, I don't know if you noticed, but I'm putting a little bit more paint now, and I'm going to start to go for it on the layers. Obviously, what you put in last comes out first, so you've got to consider your outer rings, if you do a ring pour, or just the edges of your puddle. So definitely more there, a bit white. So I'm going to really try to fill my cup as much as I can, because it is a big canvas. So I haven't got any cups larger than 500 ml, so that's a pint if you're new in the UK. I do have a big measuring jug, but that one is for my extra large pours. So it's holds about 2.5 litres, about 5 cups like that. But I must say I don't use it that often. Let me just keep hold of this for now, because I definitely don't want it to go over. So I'm going to keep the last bit of water put in the middle. Hold on, let me just put it there so I don't make any big mistake. I mean, I do have some paint left then to, if I don't have enough fluid enhancer, so at least I mixed, I'm trying to remember now, I mixed 100 grams of pouring medium and 50 grams of paint in each cup. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've got 6 cups, 150. Oh god, now I've got to do the math. Anyway, you can do the math. 6 cups, 150, plus the flow enhancer. So that's another cup. I think that cup is 250 mils. So you need to add that on top. So quite a lot. Okay, let me just breathe first of all. I know I do stop breathing when I start pouring. I'm kind of holding my breath. It's terrible. Oh look, that's lovely, lovely layering. I like these colours together. We'll see what they create. Okay, let's go for it. Right in the middle, nice and high to start with, and then we'll get closer. Breathe. Okay, let's try to do some shapes. So it's not strictly a ring pull. It's just high up. You get different effects, you see, so you do have to experiment and see. Nice fingerlings there. And go back up to mix it, and let's get down now. We're going to stay fairly down now. Do try to pour quite slowly, so my layers are a bit more defined when they come out, and they get lovely effects. But you know, it's not strict rule, it's just me. You just got to see what you like. On one of your experiments, try to pour from really high up constantly. On the next one, just stay close. On the next one, wiggle your cup up, back to front. So I'm pleased I put that magenta at the beginning, because look, it's making quite a lovely effect. So I'm just getting ready to catch the last drop. So I want to keep that white in the middle. Okay, let's see. One thing about that, very gently, and not putting your finger in the paint. try to catch that drip. Done. Oh, I can breathe now. Okay, so before we can stretch it, we need to make sure we have paint around and that is slightly thinner. So paint mix, pouring medium pouring medium paint, same mix, but you want it slightly thinner. So add a bit of water if you can. It's just, it will allow this puddle to flow nicely over it to reach the edges. So usually my flow enhancers are always leftover paints. I scrape off the bobby pads. You know, I don't waste anything. The only thing that I keep separate in separate cups. It depends on the pouring medium you have. I don't like to mix pouring mediums. So I've got one for Floetrol, and I've got 3 or 4, I think, for my glue water mix. Okay, let's spread this and let's see if we have enough or if we need more. So let me find my spatula, and if possible a big one, and that will have to do. And go. Okay, so hopefully I'll have enough. We will see. I said I can use some of the paint I've not used because it's the same ratio. I can add a little bit of water to it to make it slightly thinner, and then I can use it for any area that I've not managed to cover, but I think we'll be about right there. We'll see. We will see. So this week I've actually got the week off from work, so I'm going to be pouring loads, so I'll have plenty of videos to put up for you. It's not often I take time out, but sometimes you need to, don't you? So I will be sorting out some canvases, making a lot of preps. I need to do some sort of catalogue of the painting style ready, basically for sale. Yes, I think I'm going to have a busy week. I might be glad to go back to work next week. Right, let's torch the bubbles. Oh, calm down. Ever since, I mean, that's a new can. Ever since I've got it, it keeps playing up. It's a bit too empty now to send it back, but dangerous. Right. Okay, let's stretch this. So let's have a look. Is that an air bubble or is it? Let me have a look. Or is there something in there? I can see something there. I think that was an air bubble. That's fine. Whew. Okay, so I might as well start over there. We are roughly in the middle. Yeah, roughly. Okay. Let's go for it very gently. There's absolutely no rush. So you need to take your time for big ones, because then you can keep your definition better, if it makes sense. Let me crack it in the middle. Smaller ones you can afford to go a bit faster and go straight over a tip, but for larger ones like these, I need to get rid of that cup, it's in the way. Yeah, for larger ones, as I was saying, you do need to take your time, because you will keep your definition. But obviously there's a lot longer surface to travel for the paint, so there's more more chances of things going wrong in a way, if it makes sense. So you want to take it nice and easy, nice and gentle. So you see how my flow enhancer is helping my paint not to roll over itself. So like that blue line went straight, you know, it's not moved, I've not lost it. If you didn't have that, I guess I would have lost all the blue and maybe even up to the white just on one corner. So imagine when you do that 4 times and then stretch again, you know, you are at risk of losing quite a lot. So let's see. Okay, paint is back in the middle, so I'm just going to very slowly bring it to the corner, but not quite over. Let's bring the weight back in the middle. Quite a few bubbles now are appearing. Let me just make sure you're still in the frame, because I've not made any marks on the table today. That's fine, you can see. So let me just turn it around. Oh, it's hard work turning it around every time so that it faces you and you can see. Okay, so right, I think it's the first mainly pink one I do in that style, and I think so far so good. It kind of works, you know, it's just something different. It doesn't have to be always with the same shades. So now, first thing first, let's give it another torch. Hopefully the torch will behave a little bit better. Let me just wipe my hands. Okay, right, behaviour. When I shake it a bit too much, that they start being more fiery, like big frames. Yeah, I think I just got to be more delicate. And if anybody wonders what this is doing here, it's because it's my kitchen table and I've got a chair behind it, and it's a wooden chair and I don't want any paint on it, so I've whacked that lid on there. So I'm not being weird, it's not a strange design choice. It's basically to protect the chair that's behind it. Okay, so let's see, where do we want to go? Okay, let me just turn it around. Oh, there's my small cup not behaving. I need a bigger table. Okay, where is the weight of the paint? Let's bring it, at the moment it's about there. I want it about there. That's it, and then so it's a nice direct line towards that corner. Okay, so gently, no rush still, until the end, absolutely no rush. So I'm going to let it go over and stop it just before it gets too far. Bring it back in the middle. Remember to breathe. Okay. Okay, so if I go towards that corner, let me just check the weight. Where is the paint? Right, you can see it move, it's now here. So let's tip. And it's very difficult on a screen to see where the weight of the paint is. It's something like in real life when you do it yourself, that you can kind of see the difference of texture, color, and actually even when you lift your canvas, you can feel it. It's heavy on one side if it's not centered. So let me just pull that there to help the paint flow when I stretch a bit more later on. Otherwise I'm not going to have anything to attract the paint. Okay. Well, I'm really taking my time with this one, but I think it'd be worth every second. I'm taking too long to stretch, by all means, if you want to fast forward, go for it and see what it's going to be like at the end. But I definitely do not want to fast forward. I'm taking my time. I want to keep those lovely details that I've got so far in the middle. Okay, and let's bring it back. And I think I'm going to go over the other corner and I'm going to torch, and then I'll have to decide what sort of composition I want. I've still got a lot of paint on the canvas, so I need to get rid of some. But obviously we need to decide which one we're going to sacrifice. I don't want to go over too much there, because I think in that corner I might get some really nice pink clouds, but I don't know if I'll be able to save them. Oops. Right. Oh, I might have been a bit too oh, no, I've not saved them. But okay, the weight of the paint is back in the middle. So let me wipe my hands again. Torch again. I've got to do that corner. Something going on there. Let me just collect some. That's it. And then once it flows, it will cover the design. What about the other side? I will have to do that. Right, let me torch it, and when I turn it round I can do the other corner. Okay. Got a lot of air bubbles, but just on the new batch of pouring medium, so that's why. Got a lot of them on. Popping nicely. Try to stay quite high, because you do tend to heat your paint. So if you've got silicone, you can get a bit closer, then you can create extra cells, etc. But there's no secret in that. I don't want any cells. So yeah, so let me just turn it round. Now, I think I want to keep that corner. I do like the waves there that's created, so I think this corner, that corner are priority to go. That's the most boring one, and if it opens up this, I think I'd be really, really pleased. So I need to turn it. Let me turn it once this way and once again, so it's facing you and you can see what I'm doing and how I'm tipping it. Oh, when I'm here, I do need to cover that corner, so then when we finally get to it, it is covered. Okay. Right. Sorry about the apporté. Okay. So weight of the paint is in the middle, but quite stretched. Let me just try to get a better grab. I mean, I don't normally put pins under my arch canvases because I like them to be nice and neat at the back. I've got masking tape and, you know, but it is much easier, especially with that sort of weight. It's much, much easier. At least you can get hold of them and tilt and stretch. And okay, take your time. There is no rush whatsoever. Okay. Where is the weight? There. Okay. see the corner, just tipping. And that's enough. And let's bring it back. Now, let's decide how we want this. I do like it as it is, to be honest. Let me just turn it so you can see what actually, or the way I think it would look good. That would be facing you now. So that's sideways for me. So what do you reckon? I really like maybe bring it a tiny bit to the centre, but it doesn't have to be in the centre, you see. I think it's a nice balance between the more aureole kind of area there, the nice pink corner over there, and all these fingerlings and cloudy effects. Let me see. I wouldn't mind getting rid, I'm sorry, I just need to wipe my hands, because if I drip paint in there, I'm going to be very cross myself. So that part, that's what I could easily sacrifice, but by bringing the paint down, I may actually accidentally remove this corner, and I really like this corner. So let me just check the weight of the paint. How much have we got? I haven't got that much left on there, so I would be happy to leave it as it is. Let me just do the underneath. That's it. I've done the other one. I'm going to torch it and bring it much closer. So let me just remove my gloves, because there's no way I can touch the torch in that state. Okay, let's torch this. So one tip for you, it's a bit like with resin. If you've got air bubbles and you feel they're not coming up, basically lift and let your painting drop. I do that when I work with resin, and the air bubbles come to the surface that way. I know it sounds a bit silly, but it does work. So do try it. Okay, I will torch again in 10-15 as a final torch, but I am really happy with it. I think it looks absolutely lovely. Let me just bring you closer. 1 second. Right, so there it is. Apologies for the window reflection, you know, the light is coming through the window there, but I will just try to angle the camera so you can see much better. I think it worked really, really well. I do like that area a lot. So it's just come out. I mean, you've seen what it looks like the correct way around, but even sideways it works. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. We'll post some more videos very soon, so take care everybody in the meantime, and I'll see you all soon. Bye.